Carp Angler. James Sanders here, and
Tommy Pearson. How you guys doing?
Great. How you guys doing out there? You said that. That's the first show.
Yeah, it was the
First show. This is their show. Like on YouTube, it's on.
You had a good week?
I had a great week. Oh!
It's still, the week ain't over yet.
No. Congratulations.
Oh, right on. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep, just got engaged over the weekend on Easter. It's only right, you know.
Yeah,
everybody to have a kid, you know.
Yeah.
I bought her a couple rings before and never asked, you know. Pretty much like a promise ring, like I'm not going nowhere, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, her family was there. You know, my daughter was there, my brother was there, my grandma and my dad.
So, are you taking her last name, or are you going? Is she gonna take your last name?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I love her family, but I will not take her last name.
Oh.
Her last name is Murphy, and there's a whole Murphy's Law thing that she says, and I seem like sometimes I can be pretty lucky, like on raffles and stuff like that. So I want to keep that. I want to keep that kind of going. So,
Murphy's Law. Gotcha.
No, she's gonna be a Pearson. So.
Yeah, today we ask me how my week go.
I already did, but I'll do it again. How'd your week go?
I caught fish.
You caught fish?
I caught some carp. Yep.
I bet that wallet's awful light.
Nope, it isn't. It was talent.
I gotta see. I gotta see
strictly talent, and I did it, and I used my mind and my powers.
Yeah.
The powers of the dark side.
So what makes a good carp angler?
Patience.
Huh?
Patience, confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence.
So
that's what it is.
So you found it.
Carp cocaine. That's what it did it.
That's bottom feeder baits. That's what done it right there.
But anyway, we got a good show today. Our special guest today is going to be Phil Lucas. Teammate, yes. Teammate, and also a distributor for One On Baits and RNW.
Also, I would say him and his wife are the lead for the Midwest Carp Masters too.
Yeah, his wife is an awesome, great angler too, not a great angler.
Yeah, he did. We
putting those two minds together is, I'm like, man, sometimes you want to be like a
well, you got to think,
she
does look at her, look who she's with, and that's, she follows, like Phil said, sometimes he gets his butt whooped for sure. She catches a lot of fish too, so.
Yeah, I understand that. We also want to thank you for getting to our goal for the subscribers. We hit our goal, and the likes, so I guess I'm eating a Nightcrawler.
We don't know when he's going to do it, but sometime during the show, James is going to eat.
One of lucky 15 Nightcrawlers is going in my mouth.
Yep, and he has to chew it up too.
Chew it.
Tell him, you guys got to hit them like buttons, man, or he's not going to chew. But I guess without further ado, Phil Lucas.
Hey, Phil Lucas, come on, bud. How you doing, bud?
Good, how we doing, Phil?
Checking you out, man. Watching your goes. How you doing, bud? We're right here. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations,
Again.
Appreciate you, Phil.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
He said we too. Yeah, he didn't pay for it.
No. Yeah. So, man, welcome to the show, Phil. A long wait for you. We've been wanting you to come on the show for a while.
Thank you.
I'm glad you did.
Busy man.
Man.
You got a lot going on, which is very understandable.
This is our 22nd podcast. We have been doing this over a year now, going on 2.
Yeah.
But, man, I tell you, Phil, especially when it comes in the paylaker world, when you hear the word Phil Lucas, everybody knows who you are. At least I think they do. That's my world.
Trust me, they do.
I know you're a very humble man, and you don't like to brag. I know that for a fact.
This fish speaks for itself.
Yes, fishing speaks for itself. So
every week.
Well, so
maybe not every week, but it's.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's okay. We're just gonna say it's somewhat consistent.
Yeah, very.
We try.
We'll go. We'll go there. But it also, it's not just Phil though. I mean, it's the it's the flavor and and how you make your bait and everything like that. Which the people that's watching, we just we just did a couple. Well, Phil just did a couple of bait demonstrations for you guys. So.
Great
be putting them out for you guys real soon.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out on YouTube video here. Coming here soon. I'll try to have it out by the end of this week or next week. He's doing a demonstration on how to prepare chow, or make chow, bait, and
His way.
His way.
How I make it.
Yeah, how he makes it to the T. I was here. I watched every bit of it. You know what I mean? I had a camera on the side, you know, doing my own research and everything like that too.
Yeah, he was eyeballing awful hard. Also, we've got another bait demonstration coming too. Is it called the grits ball, right? Grits ball.
Yep.
And
And that's his personal grit ball too.
money maker.
Yeah, one that he came up with himself.
Yeah, so that's good.
But enough about that
Yeah,
though.
watch
You
out for
know.
them videos coming on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Phil. You know, who you're sponsored by, or you know, distributor. You know, between the Midwest Carp Masters and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So I'm Bill Lucas, carpenter, married, beautiful wife Virginia Lucas.
Nice.
We have 4 kids, and we have a couple of nephews that live with us also. They're like our kids also.
Good kids.
Yes, yep, very good kids.
Also,
I work a lot and fish every chance I get.
Oh yeah, well, I definitely see you at Hubbard's all the time.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, we decided, you know, with a little help from, little persuasion from other people, to start a new series. Started Midwest Carp Masters.
Yeah.
It caught on pretty good. Well, I shouldn't say a couple of years ago. Last year was our first year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We had a good year. We fished for a lot of money in October.
Yeah,
look forward to trying to duplicate it or even do better.
Yeah,
this year.
I think this year I think it'll be better, Phil.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they said, there was a lot of people at Highway, or was it Highway last week?
Yeah,
Our
Highway
was
yeah,
Saturday.
60, yeah.
Yeah. So how many people came to that?
60 at Highway on Saturday.
And that's right before Easter. That's Easter weekend too. A
Yeah,
lot of
so
people
on
were busy.
Saturday, some guys had to work on Saturday, and
And that happens.
unfortunately,
That's the way
we
all that goes.
can't accommodate we had to do it on Saturday because of Easter.
Right.
We probably would have missed more people on Easter, so.
Yeah, for sure.
We try to make
But
everybody
still,
happy.
60 people though.
Yeah.
That's a good
How many?
turnout.
66?
60.
60. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're off to a good start. I don't have the exact number, I didn't bring the exact number, but
Yeah.
we have
But
we
everybody
keep track
knows.
of everything down to the T. If there's ever any questions about what we do at Midwest Carp Masters, my wife, Virginia, her name's Virginia, but we call her Jenny.
Yeah.
She's the secretary. She could answer any questions at any time about anything that you guys need to ask about.
And that was really one of the main things about the last tournament that we all used to fish. You know, people a lot complained about, you know, how much money's being this and where's the money going and everything like that.
Yeah.
And what have you guys done to really change that? You know what I mean?
What we've done is made everything like we're as transparent as can be. Every week, my wife takes the sign-up sheets. We've got every sign-up sheet from every tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep track of every dollar that was put into it. At the championship last year, we had printouts for every fisherman that showed every dollar that went into it from the amount of fishermen all through the season. And it showed how every dollar went away back down to nothing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the guys wanted to see something like that.
Right.
And
I think hopefully
it shows.
I was one of them.
hopefully it shows this year, and hopefully we get a little bit, a few more fishermen.
I think it showed last year.
Yeah.
To be honest, at being somebody as not only as yourself, but I don't fish all of them.
Yep.
But I do try to fish as many as I'm between work and family or whatnot that allows me to. But for somebody like myself, or that that don't fish all of them like that, that does get qualified, they do wonder how much is in there and how much are we fishing for. And I think you guys did a perfect job on showing the breakdown of everything. This is what we're starting with. This is how much this paying, big fish, side pot, everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Real quick, hey, people on Facebook land, if you guys please share this video to a couple of carp group pages and share it to your own page, and we'll go ahead and get a lot more viewers. And also, if you guys got any questions, that you'd like to ask us or Phil, or shout outs to your team or your carp flavors, I mean, that's great. So go ahead and give us some thumbs up. You guys understand, and that's good. So.
And as far as like flavor, I mean, obviously you're a distributor for one-on baits and R&W, correct?
Yep.
So can people get a hold of you to get flavors, or how does that work?
They can actually get them straight through me, or I distribute all of, like Adams Outdoors, Hubbard, Spring Lakes. I don't distribute it in Naptown, but he has the same products.
Yeah, he has the same product.
Yeah.
Highway Springs also has the same products. So we're leaving nobody in, but in my garage, I have a bait store of flavors in my garage. Right.
I'll have to check out that garage one day.
Just as many as either one of the stores have.
I heard rumors about the garage.
Yeah, I got quite the selection of one-on, and I don't have as much R&W. I only have a few of the, before I started distributing one-on, I fished with everything, and I just have a few of the R&Ws that were my favorites.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That I know that would be good sellers. I'm
I'm
pretty partial to one-on. When I fish, it's usually one-on. Every once in a while, I throw R&W pickups here and there.
Well, I mean, even when I was sponsored by Lake Monster, like I always use Lake Monster pickups and everything, but 95% of the time my chow was always R&W.
Yeah.
Like even as far back as I can even remember, because it was proven to work and a lot of people used it.
It really boils down to, like James said a few minutes ago at the start of the show, is just have confidence in what you're doing. It doesn't matter what flavor company you're putting in your bucket, it all works. I'm not gonna say one is better than the other, even though all my confidence is in one-on, but just have confidence in what you're doing.
So let me go ahead and throw out a good question to you real quick.
Yep.
All right. Anyone you want to give a shout out to right now? I got another question after that.
Let's see. Let me see your question. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
So I want to go back to the Midwest Carp Master thing real quick.
You're good. I think we should slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, Phil, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just real quick, we started this Midwest Carp Master just trying to be as fair and transparent and it's really for the fishermen. It's not for me or my wife or Ron, Rob, or it's for everybody. It was for everybody to get what they deserved, and we're just transparent as can be. I mentioned Rob and Ron. They're part of the Midwest Carp Master board, and any decisions that are ever made in Midwest Carp Master, it is voted on between myself, Ron Matthews, and Rob Stout. Jenny, she is only the secretary. She doesn't vote.
She doesn't vote on it
because that'd be an even person. We
But
no, we just keep an odd number. That way, everything always gets settled.
Everything.
Yeah, you don't want to tie 2-2 vote or anything like that. Or it wouldn't be fair to have two votes coming out of the same household either.
Right.
So.
Also, I know.
I said, I read it.
Get out of my garage.
Rob Stout said, "I'm in your garage right now, getting some of that good one-on."
And that's a question I was going to ask about Rob. Matter of fact, Rob's coming to our show next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Christine is coming on a Monday. But Rob Stout, he does the whole point system.
Rob keeps the points.
Takes care of it. He started that ever since the West Side Bank days.
Yeah.
You know?
Rob actually keeps the points, and Rob and getting the lead out, they actually supply for the points champion at the end of the year, you get a belt like the wrestlers get. Austin Spain holds it right now, so it's a traveler belt. It goes to whoever wins it this year gets it.
If it's winner, the guy, if it's a PA guy, it goes to PA.
Yeah, it goes to PA or whatever.
Our teammate Austin.
That's what he said. He won it this year.
He won it last year.
He said, he said it in the group a couple months ago when it first started. He was like, he's like, I'm not gonna lie. He's like, I'm trying to come for it again.
Yeah. He's been right there the last 3 years. He's been second, and then he won it last year.
Yeah.
So he's done
pretty good.
He's done really good.
Yeah, he's definitely been consistent.
So,
but he fishes a lot of them.
People catch on too,
Yeah.
you know, some people
Yeah.
just go out there and, you know, it's not really, I'm not saying that it's not important, you know, but some people really go and give it more than some people give it.
You get what you put in, really, I think.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say always say that, but a lot of it's luck. There's a lot of luck involved in this game that we play.
It's all, you know, but I think it has, you know, it is luck, spot,
Yeah.
you know, do you think that this is where the fish is
Yeah,
gonna be
I
on
mean,
that day?
Confidence in your bait and your spot, and sometimes everything just don't go together. Sometimes it's just not meant to be.
Well, us being carp fishermen, we tend to overthink not only ourselves,
All the
but like
time.
our bait or our pickup or
All the
whatever
time.
it may
And that
be.
just goes back to the confidence thing, though. You just,
We had
instead of overthinking it, just think that it is.
I'm one of them people, 'cause
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, 'cause
I'll have 10 different pickups made
And that's
up.
okay.
I should only use to stay with the first one that I probably made.
I probably do the same stuff a lot, and I'll make my wife sit over there with one bucket and one or two pickups.
we had
And she usually does better.
we had a carp angler that reached out to Team Fish Fires, and you know he's a paylaker, and he said, man, and this is how he said it, I'm not going to mention names, but he said, I was doing great at the beginning of the whole pay lake and all that stuff, and all of a sudden, you know, I can't catch a fish, you know, catch a fish, and I kind of told him, well, this is kind of out a little bit out of my territory, so I let Tommy took you know, over that guy. Did you talk to him or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I seen him, he posted some pictures where he was out at Hubs and actually
Yeah.
fishing, but just like I told him, you know, I've been to Hubs a couple times, but you know, I've been to India a lot.
Right.
And the fish are just not, it's the weather right
Yeah, the
now.
weather's
You know what I mean?
The
Like,
weather's so up and down, even if you go down south.
we're seeing fish
the weather's
caught,
up and down.
you know what I mean? But, you know, we're seeing the 20s that are being caught, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Here and there, here and there. You know, there's been a couple of times where I went out to India and like, it was nothing on top of nothing. I'm talking about not a bump, a sniff, a run, and I'm talking, I had it down, I had line markers on, and they're just not, that water is still too cold. Like even right
Water's
now.
definitely cold in all the lakes up here.
Yeah, it
And we
is.
just had our snow.
Yeah.
Like we had 60-degree weather on Easter Sunday, and then woke up Monday morning and there was snow on the ground. So
Yeah.
Well, we've had a handful of tournaments this year, and the weather ain't hit us just right yet. It's been so up and down, and I know a lot of people are getting discouraged coming on Sunday. And we're still getting good turnouts and everything, but the good weather's coming.
once that weather
It's gonna
changes,
come around.
you might not. Once that weather changes,
Yeah.
you might not get a spot
Yeah, well,
if you don't show up maybe a little bit early. Because I've noticed myself, and I'm sure you've noticed too. There's a lot more new people
there
that's
are a
coming
lot of
in
newer carp anglers.
that are
That's
coming to
good.
fish in these tournaments, which
That's
is a
why
good
I like
thing.
to see it, yeah.
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 So, and this
A
is
lot of new
passing that
guys.
knowledge on
Yeah,
them
yeah,
too.
a lot of guys need help, and
Well, that's what we're here
Yeah,
for too,
yeah,
though, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
like, a lot of people is gonna appreciate you making that chow video.
Oh yeah.
Regardless if they wanna believe, now that we're live and you've already made it and you made it how you made it,
Yeah.
Regardless if they wanna believe if that's how you make your chow or not,
yeah.
If
People aren't gonna
if,
believe what they're gonna believe.
if you're smart, you would definitely want to tune in and watch that video when he posts it because, I believe 1000% that's how he makes his chow every time he fishes, so you guys just have to take it for what it is.
So that we'll go.
I made a few videos. Don't ever be afraid to make them your own. Make the bait your own.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it earlier, Tommy and I did. We can be sitting side by side fishing out of the same bucket, throwing the same pickups, and he may be spanking my ass, and I might be just net boy all day.
Yep.
Hope I can cuss on here, but I might be net boy all day long for Tommy, or vice versa, throwing out of the same bucket and the same pickup.
But we've seen that happen
Just
though.
make the stuff. Yeah, make the stuff your own.
Your wife, she said, ask Phil Lucas who's the better fisherman. I should say fisherwoman.
Yeah.
Him or his wife, LOL. Kudos,
She's a
you
good
guys.
fisherwoman.
Yeah.
There's a few good fisherwomen on this circuit.
So we'll get back to the Midwest Carp Masters there.
Okay.
But the one of the questions, when do you start to get the passion for carp fishing?
Oh, jeez.
He said,
I
now you're really
finished
making me
Back in
right.
Jesus' days?
No, Heck, I was.
You're about the same age, I
Me
say
and my
that.
buddies used to go to Indy Lakes all the time to rake out the lawn chairs and the brand balls or cornmeal ball and.
So
Those
It's
was
just
days.
addicting. It was addicting.
And back then, Bill, you know, like I know, if you caught a 20-pound fish
Yeah, you
back
were
then,
something back
you
then.
was doing
Yeah,
something
yeah,
back then.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Now
way
it's,
different now. It's
yeah,
like
now
every
there's-
time you
well,
go.
I'm a professional.
back then it was just about putting fish in.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if they was 10 pounds
No,
or
no.
20 pounds. You
I
know,
agree.
now it's more of, you know, they're going for the bigger fish, which is a good thing though.
I think going to the putting fish in. I think our lakes are working on it.
I mean,
Seems like
it is, but it's not cheap to put fish in.
no.
You know
Highway
what?
Springs has put a couple loads in this year.
Yeah, the Hubs
I
put
like
a
to
couple
see
loads
the effort.
in.
Yeah, Hubbard's. He's
Indy Lakes
He's
is not on
pretty
the
good
trial
myself.
or nothing like that, but I mean they.
they're not on the trail. I'd like to see them get on there, but
I wish Billy would jump back on now that you know there's a different.
Yeah.
It's a different format,
Yeah.
and everything's out front, so we know, you know, 1,000% that nobody's getting cheated out of no money.
That's up to him.
But you know,
Yeah,
maybe
I
you
enjoy.
know,
I love fishing at Indy Lakes too.
I
It's
see
fun.
him.
No,
from time to time.
nothing over one lake or another. I enjoy fishing Indy Lakes. And,
I enjoy fishing them all.
yeah, I do too.
Because they all got that, you know.
I like the challenge of, and that's why I like to keep as many lakes on the circuit as we can.
Yep.
It's a challenge to each of these lakes. No matter if you're going to a lake and a 15-pounder wins, you beat everybody that day. That's the challenge. You don't have to go to a different lake every week and catch it. Somebody has to catch a 25 and pound on their chest over that. You beat everybody else that day.
Is Charlie Nate or what?
Still slamming in Indy.
The Carbonator?
Yeah, I don't know. Make sure
Yeah.
you say.
I haven't heard from the Carbonator in a long time.
Somebody asked about chow in a while, opinion, and they said opinions. I say, and chow I think is acquired taste in the lakes for me. They got to get fed chow a bunch
Yeah, they
before
have to
they'll
see
start
it.
pulling it. If you just take it out and throw it in the wild, something else is probably going to find it before a carp does. But,
9 times out of 10 it's probably gonna be a catfish.
yeah, it's just, I think it's acquired taste after. Like I always say, a lot of times when lakes get new fish, chow's probably not the #1 bait.
Yeah, it's
for
your
them new fish to
oats
pull.
or
Yeah.
corn or maybe
or-
some
yeah.
just
Grit, they
depending
might
if it's
pull
bucks or
grits
something too.
Yeah.
Virginia said make sure you say hi to Bubba.
Hey Bubba.
He
Is
is
that your nephew?
yeah.
That's my net. That's a 3-year-old. Hey
Yeah,
Bubba.
said he's watching.
What's up, Bubba?
Manny Aguilar said let's get the Westlake tourneys going again.
Oh,
That's
here
a
we
tough lake, but we all.
That is a
That's true though. He's being honest. You know that you know it is a good tourney lake.
Yeah.
Everybody knows them. There's big carp in Westlake. The big.
I think the biggest one I know is 26.
But you know, and I guarantee, I guarantee there's bigger in there than that.
A while back, years ago, Hubbard, Bobby, he put some carp in there, and so did Billy DeHaven from
Yeah.
Indy Lakes.
Yeah,
I remember that.
They both put some carp in that
I
lake.
liked fishing here.
You're welcome anytime you want, man. Just want to chill out, go, you know. But I hear that every week. That's still kind of cool. People start, you know. I know it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks, you know, since I did a Westlake tournament, but
2 or 3 weeks.
I mean that's it. 3 years.
2 or 3
Wow.
weeks, man. Where was I at for them weeks? It's been 2 or 3
I'm
years.
off my game today, guys. Just like last week.
He's got a lot going on.
He's all excited about catching them damn fish.
Yeah, that's what it is. He
Man, you should say me
He
I
caught
got-
more fish. He caught more
Man.
fish Saturday
When I
than he
got
has
home-
in the last 5 years.
When I got home, the big day went right on my arm. I was like,
I bet you did. You was like, "Oh, babe,
Man.
I need an ice pack."
I did,
I
man.
stretched my arm. I caught 5
It was
fish.
like, I had a hard time lifting my right arm because couldn't get that beer, a glass of beer.
Was that you on Facebook that made that video out of the sheets? Did you see that?
I sent that to my old lady.
I did.
too.
It's like it's, yeah, but anyway,
That's practice.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. What is your PB Common and your PB Mirror and your PB Buffalo, Phil?
PB Common is 33.
Now is that a pay lake?
It is out of Pops. Rob and I was talking about that earlier today. Pops weighs in ounces. Creekside is tenths, and I got a 33 plus at both lakes, and I think Creekside was 32.4.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that looks yummy.
Yeah, that worm looks yummy right there, James. It's called
How did
his
you
name.
get that?
That's a good one.
Hey, we said we get.
You want me to chew it?
I do want him to chew it
I'm just thinking.
because he was supposed to eat 3 worms.
No,
we have it on video.
I went back to the records.
No, you
Make it to
didn't.
3 of them.
But that was the thing. He said he would eat 3 worms
So why you play?
if we got so many
I'd keep the
new
lid on that
subscribers.
You want some salt and pepper?
I told her when I said I probably like get some hot sauce or like barbecue food.
A1,
A1.
make it taste like a steak burger.
You know, birds do it.
Hey Gilbert, what's going on, man?
Gilbert, what's up, brother?
Hopefully we get to do that little thing soon, man. Been talking to James about it too, man. I kind of like that, especially if we can show start
I
to
talked to
finish.
John today.
Yeah.
We're trying to shoot for
What's
25.
up, Gilbert?
Gilbert's a legend.
Yep.
He's definitely one of the goats for the wild water, man. But he did, he was a paylaker too at one point in time. And what's your PB Buffalo?
That's right at 30 also.
Yeah.
Right at 30 also. See, I've yet to hit the 30 Buffalo. I've got the Common and the Mirror, but not. But
And my mirror is... You know, I really don't keep track of all. I think it's around 26.
how much money have you won?
How much you?
$20.
He said about 20. Yeah,
What is that?
zeros behind that?
What do you?
I won a lot and lost a lot.
Yeah, we all have.
Do you want to say how much you actually won? Your highest jug money was?
I've never hit a real big jug.
No.
I really haven't.
Feels more consistent in winning multiple spots and big fish and stuff like that.
But I don't jug fish a lot either.
Yeah,
I usually just tournament.
He don't do a whole lot of fun fishing.
I get usually 1 day a week to fish, and if Robert has them, or Andy, either one of them have weeknight tournaments, I'll go over there and fish for a few hours.
Yeah, because it's close to
I
home
really-
too.
Yeah, both of the lakes are 15
Did you
minutes
ever,
from the house.
Did you ever like Ace? Ace Lakes? Was it there?
It used to be fun.
Well,
I won't say I disliked it. I liked the challenge. It was.
What's
I never, to be honest, I didn't fish there more than probably
Yeah.
A handful
10
of times,
probably, and even from back in the day when it was open until it was reopened, I probably haven't fished there 10
And
times.
there's
So I didn't know it that well.
Yeah.
I did do that league, and
That was just fun.
that's
though.
probably 7 or 8 of the times that I'd fished there. I may have fished there a dozen times. I don't know, but I didn't fish it a whole lot.
There's still some good fish in there. I've seen some pictures the other day where somebody had a couple. I mean, obviously there's still some nice big
I know
buffs in
there
there.
are.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really sad
Well, I
that
think
place is
yeah.
gonna go to. I mean,
Yeah.
probably end up getting. It seems
Filled
like it's
in.
probably gonna end up getting filled in.
Just like
That
11,
sucks.
I heard about 11 too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think 11 ever get filled in. If anything, they may fill in.
I heard it was already filled in.
No, it's
It's
not.
not?
No,
Oh,
I just
okay.
went. I just did a job out there off of Washington and German Church, and on.
So just rivers.
So when I did the job early that morning, and I was done by like 10:45, almost 11. So when I left there, I went right down German Church, and when I did, like they do have a gate up and everything, but the big lake is still there. You can still see the rope that Kirby put in. You can still see the rope. It's,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still roped off on the big lake and everything. Now I don't know. They may have filled the little pond in, but.
Yeah, that stinks. All that happened.
I mean, hopefully,
What's that? Of course, I don't do a lot of pay leg, but there's that one leg that's right next door to Andy's, Mike's.
Mike's.
That's like a real low. Not too many people. It's there, but not too many people.
Not a lot of people. I don't even know if he's still open.
No, he is. There's
Oh, is he?
I've already seen when I was in India. I've seen people fishing out there and everything already, but you just don't see a lot of carp fishermen over there. And
Is it a cat lake?
they stock channels,
Okay.
but a lot of people sleep on Mike's Lake because they don't have jugs and stuff like that. But there's still some big carp in there.
No.
You go, Mike. You go over there with some. I guarantee you go over there with some corn.
If he put some fish in that pond, we would run tournaments in that pond.
Yeah.
I tell you, what?
I love to run tournaments in there. I like that pond.
Yeah.
And it's set up almost just perfectly.
Yeah. How many lakes they got? You got.
I know there's at least a couple there.
I know at least two. I know there's like.
There's plenty of room there to run a tournament.
Run a
but
tournament.
He would have to. he'd have to put a bunch of carp in
You
there.
know,
It'd be fun. That place would be fun.
I mean, he had to put a bunch of carp in there like this year, and then let some people fish it, and then maybe get on the trail next year.
Well, the good thing about, yeah, for sure.
But there's
That is an established lake, and it's not like you're putting them fish into a new
Yeah,
pond or
yeah.
something. You put them in there, they're gonna live.
yeah, I think they'll live good over there.
Oh,
to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah, oh, yeah,
You know?
for
There's a tournament, well, not a tournament, but the one lake that I think would make a good tournament lake is Pine Lake.
Yeah, I think so too.
I just
And
drove-
I've never fished pine.
I matter of fact, I never seen it. I went to go to my daughter's, I went to go see my daughter yesterday with her 27th birthday, and I didn't know that Pine Lake is right by her place.
It's up for sale. I want to say.
I
it's
heard
up
it got
for-
bought.
I mean, I don't know.
Am I wrong, guys? Did it get bought?
It may.
Let me
I'm
know.
not sure.
It may have been bought, but I'm gonna tell
I
you
just
right.
drove by there.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
right
did you drive
now.
by there
If
too?
somebody
Yeah,
could,
and I don't remember if it's still.
if somebody had the amount of money that they probably want for that
Yeah,
place
that's a lot.
and turn it
Oh,
into,
I'm sure.
because I don't care what nobody says. Maybe not in that hot dog pond, and there may still some be in the back, but I guarantee you there is still big carp in that
Oh,
front
yeah.
lake. It's too big.
And
they've
once
never
again,
fished
that's
them out.
established water too. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It'd be a lot of
Because I
fun.
remember back in the day, and this is God's honest truth. I was there with my brother, and we was catfishing, and we was using grubs, and we caught so many catfish. You know, me and my brother, we was young, so we walked back to the back lake. Well, when we got back there, I found a weedy ball that had the whole top of it was hard and crusted over from just sitting in the sun all day. But when
Peeled
you
that off.
when you peeled that off, when you peeled that top layer off, it was like,
Perfect.
it was perfect. So we went back there to our spot, started casting out, and we was snapping lines. Like them carp we was catching 20-pound carp, and that's really when we really got hooked on carp fishing. I was really going before that, but when I really started doing it,
Yeah.
it was just, I couldn't look back.
You got a question? Another question for him?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about carp masters a lot here.
Okay.
You got one, or you want me to do it?
What do you prefer most, Phil? Fishing night or day?
The older I get, the day, because I can see. I can't always see at night anymore.
Yeah. Do we have any tournament?
Yeah.
How many night tournaments have we got?
We got 3 this year on the Midwest Carp Master.
And where are they all at?
2 at Highway and 1 at Elkhorn. I take that back. We're in North Carolina. We have 2 visits to North Carolina this year, and they're all-night tournaments. There's 2 at Creekside, and 1 at South Davison, and 1 at Pops.
And that's when's the other 2? I know
The
we
2
go
at
at night.
Creekside is right around It is Memorial Day weekend. The first night will be a 12-hour tournament on Friday night.
Mhm.
Be a lot of fun. And then regular tournament on Saturday night, 8 hours.
Do you know the
And
price?
then-
the price of that?
Not yet.
Not over
Joe would just set a tournament.
Yeah.
We'll talk back and forth about it, him and I, but usually he comes up with something.
Yeah, something unique.
Yeah, and then Labor Day weekend, we go to South Davison, and I think that tournament is a 10-hour tournament at night. And then Pops on Saturday night is an 8-hour tournament.
Now, do you think that there will, with us going down there, and you think a lot of people are going to have to do their homework to try to keep up on what they're pulling? Like,
The lakes down there are
I know they're different,
They're different. A lot of times, that's the thing about down there. The lake owners will tell you what they're pulling,
Yeah.
and you can a lot of times you can buy the bait in the bait house down there.
Yeah, whether it's chow or whatever it may be.
Yeah. But and another thing I've always noticed about down south, that you can look around the lakes, if they're saying they're pulling rice or grits or oats or chow or whatever. There's always people throwing something different down there, and,
Yeah,
and
because they wanna stand
everybody's catching. So that's just the difference down
No,
there.
I mentioned this conversation with Tommy I think it was just last week. And it's that other tournament, those other down south. What do you call them? What's this name called? The League Carp League Masters or something like that?
What, the Major League?
Yeah, Major League.
Major League with
Yeah,
Dwayne
yeah,
Davis?
Yeah. Now, I was thinking, I think it would be kind of cool when you guys have all your series and all that stuff, and then take your top 10 anglers that won.
Up against his top 10
anglers.
That thought crossed my mind.
Really?
Yep.
And it's kind of like a football
A
league.
shootout for,
For
But
you really
but
can't
it
say
hasn't
the
come down
best
to
of the
the-
best or nothing
yeah,
like
it would
that,
just be
because
the top. It would
there's
just
a-
be top 10 against top 10.
Yeah, or
Because you don't know
and
who's,
I thought, what
that could
crossed my
change
mind
next
is-
year.
That would be pretty neat. It'd be pretty neat to get like a few different, like even PA has a series. Take their series.
Take their top 10.
his
or even
series,
top
and
five, top five, top five.
Take
Yeah,
it. You know,
I mean-
well, you can put some people there, and hell, you can take 10 from each series and still have plenty of room at any of the lakes down there.
I just think there's so much
That-
more room for potential. Obviously,
Yeah, there
when
is.
time
There
goes
is, yeah.
on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're
because-
just getting started.
Well, we
see,
are.
We'll see.
I mean, Phil, you know, like I know, you've been fishing way longer than me. You started out pretty much probably dough ball fishing. You know how I learned how to dough ball fish. And back when we was dough ball fishing, like they was already pretty much already into the casters and you know, into the stands and stuff a little bit down there in North Carolina and stuff like that, wasn't they?
Oh yeah, they were way above.
Because I remember the first time I went down there,
Yeah.
you know, I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna go down there, go see a bunch of younger guys, you know, just running around the lakes, and you know, I didn't know what to expect because I had never been there. And then when I got there and I seen that, like, it was a lot of older gentlemen down there that obviously had been doing this way longer than I ever even been
So you look
alive.
around their lakes, they're all wearing nice clothes. And,
Yeah, you know, like we're like, man, they're, you know, you don't see no purple hands around the lake or nothing like that.
It's different for sure.
It's definitely a way of life.
It just
down there.
depends on what pond you go to.
Yeah, it does.
Different
I
atmosphere.
mean, I've seen them. I've seen all kinds down there for sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
My turn.
Oh, your turn.
Yes, my turn.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay. That's fine. It's okay. I forgive
Keep
you.
it up. You're eating up
Yep.
15 worms.
Okay.
You'd think you'd been ready if you
I
said
know,
that.
right?
know.
I got lost traction.
Well, there's traction.
There's a.
You're gonna get
There's a
a
lot
lot
of-
of crowd here talking about traction.
Okay. Now, I know what you say. What makes a good carp angler? I heard what is your opinion on that, real quick, and I got another question for you. Well,
The main thing is confidence in your baits,
Yeah.
and your pickups, and that's really the main thing. Confidence that your ball's gonna stay on the hook when you cast it out there. Knowledge.
mhm.
Pay attention to detail. Pay attention to. I always tell people, pay attention to where them big fish are coming from, because a lot of times in a lot of these lakes, especially here at home, them big fish come from the same spots a lot of times. So.
Mhm.
Oh,
Pay attention. You're new. Pay a lot of attention to who's catching them fish and where they're at.
Yep. Pay attention to Phil.
Not me.
Pay attention.
Or if you was watching me last week, you seen somebody catch a bunch of 9 and 10 pounders. But I was happy to
What
catch
you
them.
gotta think though, you know, the people, you know, people talk about that place, but you know, they don't get fished like our lakes do. So
Yeah.
they're not getting the bait in there to keep them fish.
Not
you know.
at Liberty. Last week was at Highway.
Oh, yeah, Highway.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes, you know, well, I mean, we know how it is there too, though. You know, some days the
Actually,
big
the
fish
fish-
can fire off.
The fish bit good at Highway Saturday. We were bumping fish in 3 hours, I think, at 54. That was 54 spots, not 60 Saturday. 54 fish
That's still a good
in
turnout.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer on, what's your rate setup? I mean, do you fish egg weights? Do you flat no rolls?
I
number
use the
twos?
no roll,
Uh-huh.
1 ounce no rolls most of the time, just because
And,
my train of thought on that is that thing's laying flat on the bottom.
Yeah.
If a fish is in there messing with my bait and he tries to, if he moves one way or another,
okay,
that hook's gonna try to prick him.
gotcha.
And if you got a roll sinker, he can actually he can actually move a little bit more with that roll sinker.
Okay,
And he
I
can,
see
I
that.
mean, carp they try to spit it back, you know, they're gonna try to spit it back out. That's just my opinion. Everybody has
do you,
their own.
do you make your own rigs, paylaker rigs?
Yeah, I tie my own rigs.
What
What size
what size
hooks
hooks?
do you
Yeah,
I use the owner SSW ones.
ones? Okay.
Sometimes 1/0s and sometimes number 2s. They're even smaller. The 2s are the smallest, then 1s, and then 1/0.
So what's your favorite item do you put on the hook? Do you put like 3 pieces of sweet corn, or do you do kicks or
If I'm
puffs?
chumming corn,
Yeah.
I'll put Because I do chum corn sometimes, but it depends on the spot I'm in. I just won't chum corn anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. You gotta be in a
When I'm chumming corn, I like to have a little
spot.
white heartbeat on there and a couple pieces of corn. But
White heart beat.
heart bead,
Heart.
like a little
Okay,
heart shaped
Yeah.
bead.
gotcha.
And when I'm chumming corn, I use a hook link a little bit longer than I do
Okay,
when I'm actually fishing with puffs or kicks.
okay. And you flavor that kick too?
Flavor.
Your kick?
Not- Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dip it and all that stuff? And
Most of the time I'll just make them before I go.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, puffs,
you-
now when I use puffs, I dip. And
Yeah.
you see me at the
It's
lake,
puffs-
I got a big bag of all different
Puffs
kind
can
of
get
flavors.
soggy if
and-
you make them and they,
Yeah.
so it's better.
They
to-
can.
Yeah, they can,
Yeah.
for sure.
A lot of the different flavors can react different with your kicks and puffs. You just got to pay attention. It's all trial and
Yeah.
error on.
Some are thicker than others, for sure.
Yeah.
water
Some flavors will take them and just soften them up where you can't even use them.
Yeah. But that, sometimes that could be putting too much flavor in there also.
You ever use
So,
artificial corn?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I've tried it.
No, that? What's your
No, I've
opinion?
got fish on it.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah. You shouldn't be, it's a experiment, it's always an
No,
experiment.
I mean, I have
You got three
confidence in it
here.
too, but when I chum corn, I just like that white heartbeat on there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're messing with 3 rods or even 4 rods, you know what I mean, so.
But like I said, I gotta be in the right spot to even mess with
Right.
chum. And Birch, I seen your comment on there earlier.
Yeah, he said something.
He said he's gonna take all the money.
Yeah, he said he's gonna take all the money Sunday.
He said he's
Taking all the money this week.
I was gonna say Birch too.
So back to the Midwest. What you tell you, we did a good video last year on it, on the championship. First woman that ever won, Midwest Carp Masters.
Yep.
A great turnout. How much money was that? You remember how much money was involved in the championship?
We fished for over $30,000 that day, but we did a $100 side pot that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But there was, I think we raised just under 30,000.
Okay.
But whenever we did the $100 side pot, which I think everybody got in, it was
Yeah.
well over $30,000.
And that,
Man.
and it,
And you had a good day.
it was,
good day.
that was paid out too.
Yeah.
All of that was paid out. So.
Yeah, the only thing that doesn't get paid out is my wife gets a secretary fee of just
And
5%, and it's
She should,
and to
she
be
should be
honest,
entitled to that. She's doing a lot of work,
it's not worth what she does for 5%, but she enjoys all this, and it's not really about the money for her.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I'm doing these videos that I do. I mean,
Rob
I'm
Stout
not-
said, spam, Sunday.
Yes,
Yeah, never.
Sunday.
Are they gonna have, do you know if they're gonna have them new scales by then?
I'm gonna guess.
Oh,
So,
the
yeah,
Elkhorn?
they'll have them out there. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they,
Somebody told me that
They
they're
don't
talking
need-
about setting up 2 weigh stations, and we're gonna talk to Carlene about that. We're not gonna do.
Yeah, I was kinda wondering.
You can't do that because there could be discrepancy in the 2
yeah, I would
scales.
just
We're not-
definitely have one.
Because it can come down to ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An ounce here or there, whether somebody qualifies or not, and
And then
it's a
two
big
different,
deal.
and then
It's a
having
big
two
deal.
different
Yeah,
scales
yeah.
too, you know what I
And 2
mean?
different
One
people
could,
weighing them.
yeah.
It's just too much. We've never done that before. We're not gonna
Let's
start
start now. Yeah.
It's all gonna be one weigh station. If Carlene needs help at the weigh station, then somebody will help her.
Yeah.
That's
That's
just
what,
how it's gonna have to
I
be.
think that's good too.
Man, I had a good question. There. Damn it, Tommy.
Blame it on me.
Blame it on that can of Spam.
Yeah.
Thanks for Rob.
Bacon's
Rob.
man. All right, well, I got a question for you.
Yes,
Sir.
Let's see, where to go?
So,
Obviously, we made a couple videos earlier, and you did put some flavor in there. But do you flavor in your bait? And if so, what is your go-to flavor? Obviously, you.
yeah, we know, but for the audience,
Yeah, for the people that's watching.
This flavor right here, it's one on baits, Concord Extreme.
Concord Stream.
I've had if I say a lot of success off of this,
Yeah.
that's an understatement. I don't care what anybody believes. I know
You-
a lot
I
of
mean,
people,
you know-
a lot of people don't believe in these white bottles right here, but I'm a firm believer. And done really well on that bottle right there. I promise you.
But you proved it that it works though too.
Yeah, that's
Like you
that's
said,
my go-to.
if people don't want to believe it, that's on them. But the people that are going to believe it, they're probably going to start catching more fish once they start using it.
They might. I mean, like I said, I could tell you exactly what I do and my pickups and everything down to the T, and you may go out there and not catch a dang thing.
Yeah.
But that's part of the game.
It's part of it.
It is. And
It's definitely.
I mean, I can tell you
catching.
exactly how to make that bait bucket, and you make one and I make one, and I could trade you bait buckets.
And
And you
catch
could take
it.
my bait, and I could take your bait, and I might catch a bunch of them, and you might not catch one.
Yeah.
And there's so many variables in this game.
It's all about the mojo.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot of factors,
Yeah, there is.
You can have the best bait in the world and
Confidence.
pick what you think is the best spot, but there may not be no fish in front of you that day.
Exactly.
Or they may not. They may be there, but they may be, they may be suspended from the bottom and not down there feeding.
I always tell people another thing about picking your spots. If you pick a spot that's, say Hubbard's and you're on the pond 4 on the point. If you can't get out there to them fish, don't take that spot. You're just dumping their money.
Yeah.
If you
can't
can't bring
bomb
that
out there.
ball out there, go somewhere else where you can reach good water with your bait
Or
and
maybe
catch
go
fish.
across
Don't-
from, or
I'm not telling you can't, because you can do whatever you want. It's your mind. I'm just trying to say,
yeah.
fish within your limits, I guess, is what I'm saying.
If you know that you
if you
can't
can't
get out
hit
there
that
by the
water,
pumps and you're throwing short of it,
And then you get aggravated. People get aggravated, and
Now, what would be your thoughts on, obviously you've been in North Carolina a lot, what would be your thoughts on maybe Hubbard's eventually putting ropes in? You think that'll ever happen? Just your, just your opinion, you know what I mean?
What do you think?
Robert putting ropes in there permanently would not happen.
Right.
It's not. He mentioned something earlier this year. He probably would get mad if I said something. I hope. Sorry, Robert. If you.
No, you don't. You don't have to say anything.
He considered maybe pulling one across Pond Fort and just on Sundays.
Yeah.
Pulling one across just to keep people, because every time in tournaments, the pumps are out there, and the guy on one side of the lake thinks he has the pump, but the
why I
pump's
was
way
asking that
closer to
question.
the other side of the lake, and he gets these calls every tournament. He's like, it would almost make sense to pull a rope across there just on Sunday mornings, pull that sucker across there, and after the tournament's over, jerk it back out of there. But it was just Pond 4 that was
Pond
the
4, yeah.
but it's probably not.
It probably
I know
wouldn't.
you would never see, because he caters to the cat fishermen too, which is a big part of his business also.
Right.
And
I didn't think there's still put cats in there.
Oh, yeah. He's got some bro,
some big cats.
I'll be honest with you, he's probably got one of the best cat lakes in Indy, if you ask me. I don't
do
bash
a lot
no
of
pay lakes. I don't do a lot of
Yeah,
catfishing at all, but
There's a lot of big cats, and that's the thing.
I seen speaking of, you just hit some big cats out there.
Both the first 2 tournaments this year, I caught catfish, big catfish.
Hit that thumbs up button if you guys are ready to see James eat this night crawler.
Look, don't play with my food.
Yeah, James over here
Don't play with your food.
Oh, Lord. Jeez.
Yeah.
Things I do for the
You gonna lick your fingers too? You got worm juice.
Alright, this is gonna be, I don't know if this would be a good question. I know it'd be a good question for you. Who do you look up to as a mid-tour for advice on carp fishing?
For advice?
For advice or a mentor that
Like somebody that that you followed for a long time, or
Even at the
or so
beginning-
maybe even at the
at the
beginning,
beginning
like
of your
somebody that
carp
you seen
career.
carp fishing,
Carp
like he was
figure.
like, I want to do that,
No?
I'm sure there's been people along the way that I've asked here and there.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Who'd you always fish with at the beginning?
Just buddies.
Buddies? Okay.
Being at the pay lake and everything.
Yeah.
Dave asked they put some of that grape flavor on it.
Oh, yeah.
Corn grape.
That'll make it better.
Yeah.
You could go with,
Actually,
you could go with buffalo grape too.
Actually, I can't stand grape
Really?
taste. I can't stand it.
Oh.
Now, when you say this buffalo grape, is this like, is this a flavor that people would want to purchase to try to target some buffalo, like as a pickup? Or are you?
I've used to dip puffs in that a lot, and I have caught buffaloes on it. I don't know that it's. I believe that was the whole theory behind it back when Ray and Law Dog. He used to be from down south. I think he moved out west, but that was one of his concoctions.
Yeah.
And Ray made it. I believe that's what they were after, was trying to target the buffaloes. There's a few in the Law Dogs series, different, like buffalo grape, buffalo candy.
Now, you guys don't sell, what's the flavor that I'm thinking of? It was pink.
Concord Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
You guys still sell that?
Yep. It's back. Joe brought it back.
Yeah. I was
Ray
wondering.
was having trouble getting it towards the end when Ray owned one on. The cost of them went way up on it, is what he had told me, and he just tried to
I mean,
get
for
it back on.
certain
But
flavors.
Joe has renewed.
A lot of
I
those.
really like what he's done with that Concord Jam. It's
I haven't,
a good pickup.
I haven't been able to get it in my hands on it, but I'm going down there, so I'm going to the
Yeah, I'd
shop.
like to check out
so-
that shop too.
You can come by the house too, they got it.
Yeah, I definitely do. I definitely need to. I probably need to come by and see you anyways, because I really need some RW flavor. I just been buying it from Naptown and Adams Outdoors. So
Yep, they need business too.
I try to
small business.
I try to give good.
You're always gonna want them guys there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely. That's why we always had
We're
I'm not actually
We're
out here
not
to try to step on
sponsored.
anybody's toes.
yeah,
by
we're not
selling flavors
AKA
on my drive.
sponsored by Naptown Bait and Tackle or Adams Outdoors.
At Naptown actually does.
But we shout
He is
them
sponsoring the
out.
trophies for the series this year.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But we shout them
Shout
out
out
during,
to TJ.
we always shout
Oh.
TJ and them out. We always shout out Adams Outdoors at the end of it.
Yep.
We always shout out Big Carp and Tackle, you know what I mean? Like I wish that,
Andy Bacon.
we have a couple sponsors. If we get more sponsors, that means it's cheaper on all our sponsors. You know what I mean? So instead of, and this is hypothetically speaking, you know what I mean? Instead of one or two sponsors splitting a $500 order, just hypothetically speaking for shirts or whatnot, if we had 7 sponsors, that that $500 would be split between the 7 sponsors and make it cheaper on everybody. You know what I mean?
So, in the Midwest Carp Masters, what's the, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but what's one of your biggest complaints you always hear about that you disagree or you want to?
Probably the biggest complaint is the amount of money that we run about the same program every week.
Yeah.
The spots pay $50. People get mad. People complain about having to win 3 spots to get their money back because it's $50 spots. A lot of times by the time you get in jugs and side pot and in the tournament, you're right at $150. So yes, that's a complaint every week, and it's a legitimate complaint.
To me, that's a tournament. That's a tournament. If you throw some money into it, you're not gonna always get your money back. It's also
but that's how we come up with that.
Every week.
That's how we come up with that. That big $30,000 at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Is by
the money. Anytime anybody ever wants to ask about how that money's broke down or whatever, don't be afraid to ask. The only thing I just tried to keep the cost of the tournaments down. Like, you can get in every one of our tournaments for $102.
Yeah, you
don't have to get in the side pot.
Exactly.
You don't have, all them things are optional. You can fish the tournaments for $102. And you're eligible to win the $50, every $50 spot in the tournament.
Big fish.
you're eligible to win the 3 big fish of the day with that 102.
So what's the total, including getting into the jugs and all that
It's
stuff?
always like
It can vary from lake to lake. Like this week when we go to Elkhorn, she has like 11 jugs.
Okay.
And she has a weekly jackpot or something. It's going to be like 152, I think, this week is all in, and you're in the it's
Gas.
102 to fish.
Your
I don't ever count gas because
You
you don't want to start. You don't want to start.
You don't want to start
gas.
adding everything up.
You don't quit.
To give you
$200 is to get in this whole tournament.
Actually,
Food.
now.
Yeah.
But it's 102 to fish, 20
Go
for the
Brandon.
side pot. That's one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's 122 to fish and in the side pot, and then that's another $30 for jugs and the weekly jackpot or something. Or
Yeah. And they've been hitting some nice fish out of there too. Two
Jim-
hooks and be careful.
Jim Weatherly said, and it's a good point, Jim. This week at Elkhorn, she does allow double hook rigs. And
Yeah.
definitely be careful. I'll stick with the singles. I'm
As
getting
people down south, that's all they do is double.
Yeah,
up.
so Phil's right. Be careful before you even think, and this is my advice to you guys, and just from my experience for the people that hasn't used them before. Before you even think about grabbing that hook out of that fish's mouth, take that other hook and put it in your net,
Yeah.
because it's going to be a lot easier to get that hook out of that net.
You never know when that fish is going to fly.
Yeah, you know,
I've had them buried deep into my hands on a few different occasions.
And I've seen it, and I've seen videos on them, people popping it out with a string and
Nice.
everything like that.
Yeah.
But some of them, what do you mean no lip rule? Can you explain that to everybody? Phil, you want to
I'm not
chime in
sure
on
what
that?
he's talking about on that. Jim, can you elaborate on that so I can
What is it?
announce it?
What's the question?
No lip rule. I want to
Or
say,
are you
Lip
joking?
roll?
I want to say, in North Carolina, if you break,
Oh, if it's hooked in the lip. That's
Yeah.
probably what he's saying.
Snagging
If they pull your rod.
yeah, like if your
they
boat
pull your
stands
rod,
up and that
yeah,
fish
and
is
it's
hooked
not hooked in the
in
mouth.
the rooter,
Yeah.
if
Then
it's hooked in the rooter,
you can weigh the fish as long. And now, if you swing when you're reeling your rod in and you hook him, then that fish is
that
snagged.
fish is snagged. But
That
if
fish
you
is
got one that
snagged,
runs
yeah.
your rod and
Yeah.
it stands
Yeah.
it up, or
Thanks-
he's got your
thanks,
line
Jim.
stretched,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That
Yeah.
appreciate that, Jim. It's like the Carolinas, just like Eric Ashley Miller just said.
Yeah.
If you've been to North Carolina, it's pretty much kind of like the same rules.
So, Eric, I got a question for you. What would you say is, right there, what would you say is your favorite memory or special moment in carp fishing?
And it can be all the way back from when you was
Yeah.
a kid, or maybe even something recent.
Crickets.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's hard to just name one.
Yeah,
Probably
Okay.
winning the points.
yeah.
Winning the points, probably
Points.
some of my favorite. There's a lot of good memories.
Yeah. It's hard to pinpoint a lot of them.
I had taken Bubba fishing and
Yeah.
my little nephew, 3-year-old, and
How's
I'll
it?
get a fish on. He'll run for the net, and I'll have
That's
somebody
just-
else net it, and he'll run. He'll I gotta get the tube, and he'll run and get the tube.
But that's good though that he's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
learned. Like he already
Yeah.
knows what to do. He already knows what the next step is.
Yeah.
I think the next thing you need to do is probably get him a little short set of rods and a little short set of stands.
He'll
Let him go.
drive you nuts.
Yeah.
One of my,
Not good nuts though. He's good. Yeah.
one of my close moments that was not in the tournament or fishing wise, but right when my son was born, Hunter, probably maybe a week or so after we took him home, we took him to West Side Lake, and he was on top of and I got the picture of it too, on top of the counter, and Tim Donald gives him like a little ice fishing pole, sits right there on top. It was like it was one of the cool ones. I was hoping I could raise my son in West Side Bait and Tackle. It's just a shame.
They were always really good about, Jim and Tim were always really
Oh,
good
awesome
about taking
people.
care of kids
Yeah, they did.
and miss that place.
Yeah.
For you guys out there that's watching, if you guys have any questions for Phil Lucas, now would be the time to get them in.
Yeah. You can ask about the tournaments. And
Yeah, whether it's a
Midwest.
tournament, whether it's a flavor from R&W or a flavor from One on Baits.
Yeah.
Um,
And share the video. To get more viewers and whatever sort. And here in a few, I guess I'll eat my dinner in a second. Yeah.
What's your craziest experience while fishing, Phil? Or maybe what's the craziest thing maybe you had ever seen while you was fishing or something like that? I can only imagine.
I don't know. What popped in my head is probably not appropriate.
Go ahead.
I mean, you know.
No, me and a buddy of mine was down on the river one time.
That
Fishing down there on the river.
Hold on, hold my beer.
And then we're both sitting there fishing, and this guy comes walking through the woods behind us, butt naked. That's just what I remember. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and we just looked at each other and just looked back at our fishing poles like, what the hell was that?
Oh. Or is there a nearby truck stop around here or something?
Well, it was over by, heck, right there off Morris and the river. It's a bad place anyway. That's probably not what you thought you'd get out of me. But
Yeah.
So you do.
That's probably one of the craziest
Do you
things.
do a lot of wild fishing?
Not a lot. I don't mind it, but
Right.
it's just the time is my biggest thing.
He's been with us.
Oh, I know. Well, you know.
We went to Cataract.
Yeah.
He brought
We went to
Jenny.
Patoka.
Yeah.
Patoka.
I didn't go to the Cataract one. Jenny and Nicholas did.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah,
Patoka.
that's right.
That's right.
Most of the time, it works out to where something happens or another, and I can't go.
First question is coming from Rob
I have a
Stout.
bottle
What? He
in
said-
the garage that says "Phil's Special Sauce." Only if you take a drink.
He said only if you take a drink. He said, "Can I have the bottle in your garage that says Phil's
That's
Special
right.
Sauce?"
There is not a bottle in my garage that says "Phil's Special Sauce."
It's in the truck.
I promise.
Let's try it. So check the tackle box, the bucket.
Stay out of my cabinets. Now he'll be out there looking at my cabinets.
Yeah. Come on, man. Burn these questions up, man. I know you guys got some good questions for Phil. It could be anything about the Carp Master tournaments or anything like that.
How about here's a question for you.
Yep.
What would you say would be your dream lake you would like to go to?
And fish.
To fish.
To fish?
Yeah, fish.
I like all of them, to
All
be
of
honest, yeah.
No,
All
like
that we go to.
It don't even have to be
No,
that,
if you could pick one lake around the
lake.
world, whether it's wild water or that you would love to go fish if you had the
And
opportunity.
I've never been there. I'd like to go to Del Hollow.
Oh, I'll be going in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've never been, and I'd like to do that.
I think Phil, if you did, you'd definitely go
Yeah.
back.
Oh yeah, I'm
For
sure
sure.
I would. It's just like I said, it's hard for me to get the
Yeah.
time. I mean, I work every day through the week. Sometimes on Saturdays, not a whole lot, but usually Saturdays is the day I got off, and Sundays we go to church.
Yeah.
Church is paylaker for
Good.
us.
I didn't hear that.
He said,
No, I
I
said
go to
churches are fishing on Sundays.
Nick Cowley said fishing in Hawaii,
I don't know.
the ocean with his wife.
Yep.
That's what.
Oh, I'd love to have
There's no carp or what.
I'd love to have a boat in the Atlantic Ocean. That'd be cool.
Jim said squeeze the mud vein in the worm before you chew it
Oh, shit.
in your mouth.
Jimbo. I'll probably step outside for that.
I'm ready to see James eat this worm. Well, I'm ready to see. I'll be. He needs the extra protein.
You heard?
All right.
Rob Stout said, "I'm in church every Sunday. I pray for a fish." Let's see.
We did that one. What is the weirdest bait you ever used?
I've tried cow shit.
Cow shit?
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
I wasn't successful.
no,
No.
probably weren't.
Probably was a
You know,
shitty day, wasn't
It's
it?
kind of like hunting. You know, like
I'm honest though. I tried it.
hunting, women, sometimes hunters, I don't hunt. but this is something I hear what hunters do. Sometimes they take their old ladies'
Tampon.
yeah,
I've
tampon
heard
stuff.
people say that. I've never seen anybody do it, and I'm that pretty avid hunter. But I'm sure they do.
I mean, I don't know.
I've also heard like with women's urine.
Yeah.
They'll use that too.
Again, I don't hunt. I only fish on.
That's
I got
that's probably
cousins,
why
my
you have all
brother.
these fish stories.
Yeah,
They're hunting stories.
yeah, hunting stories. So.
Do you have any memories of fishing with your dad?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad used to take us over to Eagle Creek over there, and we'd fish off 56th Street, and
Off the bridge?
we'd catch crappies or yellow bellies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good cat
That's
bed.
probably where it all
It's a
started.
good season right now.
My dad loved to take. He loved to take me and my brothers fishing, and he was.
Your dad's still alive?
No, he's not.
Okay, sir.
That's wild. That's really wild about to ask, but I was trying to word it right.
He
Just
actually had he died early. He died when he was 42.
Oh well.
Yeah, he had a heart attack watching me play softball.
Oh man,
Over
what a
at Longans.
Yeah.
it's kind of like your grandpa thing.
He was young.
Let me see.
Is there any questions that you would like, Phil, to let carp anglers know about more about any details, or what your plans for next year on the Midwest Carp Masters, or I mean, how much money is the money every same amount each year?
The only thing that could change the entry fees is if a lake wants to charge more.
Gotcha.
The lake fee is the only thing that would ever increase the 102 entry fee.
102, gotcha.
But it's hard to. We can't really say if we're going to be over the 30,000 mark this year. That's going to depend. That's going to depend on the fishermen, because the more fishermen that come, the more money.
But like you said,
more money
earlier,
goes in the pot.
there's a lot of new faces.
Yeah. There definitely is. There's a lot of new
It's
guys.
going to
that's
be
coming.
tougher to qualify this year. It's not going to get easier.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to get easy. Like you said, it's not going to get easier. From week in and week out. There is some lakes where people are going to squeeze in by the skin on their teeth. You know what I mean? So
Every year.
I asked, here's another question. I asked a lot of these, our hosts, or guests on our show, especially in the pay lake.
Oh, he said exactly right. Yeah. He
Especially,
said exactly right, Tommy. Somebody said, will you make me a bucket?
for Sunday.
It was Matthew Roberts.
especially on the,
I could make
in
you a
pay
bucket,
lake.
I don't know. I don't fish elkhorn that much, so.
Yeah, I don't either. So
I'm coming in.
I don't even know where the good spots are because I've never
My
been
bucket
there.
may be coming out of a can.
Yeah, I just don't think because
Depending on, like I said, depending on where I fish, I won't just chum anywhere. It's gotta be a spot that,
you ever put tuna in your bucket?
I've tried it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tried to mix it with chattel.
Yeah.
my dad.
There ain't much I ain't trying, I promise. I go to the grocery store, my wheels are always spinning. I've rubbed off on my wife, she's the same way.
Yeah, when I see cans of corn, that's the first thing. I don't think about food. I just think about bait.
When you
So, who do you think is and I ask a lot of these guests on our show a lot, especially in the pay lakes. Who do you think is your biggest competitor in
All
tournaments? All of them.
it can vary.
them.
Like you said, you can be doing good
There
one
could be
week,
40 to 70 competitors every week.
and it's
Who do I think's the best one? I think Nick Bright is the best carp angler that fishes
He's good.
in our series.
in the tournaments for sure.
And he's probably the best local
How's he
fisherman
doing?
we have.
And
Point system right now.
a lot of people take, whether they criticize him or whatnot, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
if you watch him, you know what I mean. Like
He's on it.
he's got more time on his rods than half the
Oh,
people
yeah,
around
yeah,
the lake.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean, regardless of what he's doing.
Yeah, I think
He's
he
constantly
fishes,
on his rods.
He fishes as much as I work through the week.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of time.
But here we got a couple other questions for you. But yeah, Nick, he's a beast.
Oh, yeah,
You
for sure.
can't take nothing from him.
For sure.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Hold on, I'm gonna see what Eric said.
Okay, well, I'm trying to,
You going back up? Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to get back up
Phil,
here.
let us be the host, man.
Huh?
Okay, my bad.
Nah, he's good. We've had a couple,
Go back up.
I'm trying to get to
Do what
the,
Phil wants. What?
yeah, we're already past that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because they're coming up, so everything's sliding up, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Good protein, won't hurt you, tater chip dough wall, memory of Dan. Zach Myers called you the GOAT.
Thanks, but okay.
I don't know if he was talking about Nick Bright or Phil, but either way, I think they're both top notch fishermen. You can't take that from. You seen that one? You seen that one? My favorite is my uncle Eric. Okay, go ahead, Phil.
When you get to the lake, what is your strategy when you pick your peg to fish? There's a lot of things that I think about, but most of the time, like I said earlier, pay attention to where all the big fish come from. Week in and week out, we go to Hubbard's, there's 3 or 4 spots I really want, and when them are gone, I guess I say 3 or 4 spots I really want, sorry. Hubbard's, there really isn't a bad spot. To me, there's not really a bad spot.
Depends if you're going for big fish
I
or
guess,
spots.
yeah, if you need to qualify, like me, I still need to qualify, so that comes into
I'm right
play
there
when
with
I pick my spot. So you watch the water and see if you see any fish activity here or there, but that's not always a telltale.
Yeah.
Depending on how deep or shallow the lakes are.
Because the
fish, at Hubbard's, you can see them fish just as active as crap out there in Pond 4, but that water's 18 feet deep. If they're on top of it, that ain't doing you no good.
doing no good.
So,
And I've done that. I've seen fish jumping and like, okay, I'm going to the left of the sidewalk. That's
Yep.
all the fish are there, and then boom,
Yep.
tournament starts, and then they're
Yep.
gone.
That's the top of the water. And now, if you're in shallow water and you see activity on the top of the water, that's a different story. But
Yeah.
it can be about anything.
Austin Spain, he said, "Ain't no fish in Elkhorn." That ain't from. Facebook says otherwise right now. They've been
Yeah, I
catching
seen
some donkeys
one of our
out there.
teammates, 32
Yeah, they has
5, right?
What?
Chris
Well,
caught one
Lauren
of Elkhorn?
No, 25 something.
his daughter just caught a 25.5.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about one of our teammates just caught
Don't be negative talking the lakes, Austin.
a 32.
I'm messing with you, but we don't want no negativity.
30.
For sure.
31.
I don't know. He did just hit a pig.
Chris. He just.
Yeah, he did 30 something.
Yeah, I'm about to say he
I
did.
remember seeing
Yeah.
30 something.
He's in the league right now on the paylaker side.
We're talking about
Michael.
Both. wild water and paid lakes.
Yep. Mostly pay lake. We mostly pay. The tournament series we're talking about is we fish all pay lakes. It's no wild water in the Midwest Carp Master tournaments.
Austin Spain said, "What's your favorite flavor for a pickup?"
Great.
Great.
Same thing I put in my chow.
Is there a.
Now, do you always do that, Phil? Like, I'm curious about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Say you
you
go to
always, if
a
you're
different
throwing, if you're throwing Concord Extreme, like, do you make your pickups the same?
No.
No.
But I do use I always have a Concord Extreme pickup with me.
What lake do you use that?
And that's always one of the first ones I put on my hook.
Right, because
Unless I'm at a lake that I know
They're
that there's
gonna
a
hit-
better
yeah, they're gonna
pickup
hit
or
this.
Something like that.
Is there a
But
certain.
that's always one of my first pickups too.
Okay. Is there a certain lake, other lake that you say, okay, grape's not going to do it?
Yeah, there's some lakes down south.
Yeah. What flavor would you hit? Say like what, banana, pineapple? I guess like that grip ball you just showed us.
Witch's Brew, Carp Buster, some R&W flavors.
Yeah.
I got one and one on that I made. It's a Hoosier Maple Cream. Well, I didn't make it. Ray made it, and now Joe's making it.
Yeah.
It was my mixture it's called Hoosier Maple Cream. It's a good oak ball and a good pickup.
Yeah.
It's a good pickup. I think it's green in color.
10 minutes. I'm eating the night thrower.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You want me to set a timer?
Yeah.
You getting hungry?
He's
Who's
getting
got
hungry.
a timer?
Oh, I forgot.
I
You're
can.
on call, ain't you?
This thing got a timer?
It's
Miss any others?
Love User Maple Cream.
It's a
Austin
good
Spain
flavor.
said.
I've done really well north and south.
It's
Good oat ball.
in 10 minutes. It'll be 8:17.
8:17?
Alright.
Okay.
Did you set a timer?
No, I just looked at
No,
the
we're
time.
just going. We're at 8:17.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to throw 3 worms in his mouth instead of
No, one more.
You guys got any other questions for Phil out there? Come on, Austin. I know you want to know.
There's
What's the difference? Braxton Bill Dance Ellison said, "What's the difference on bait between pay lakes and wild water?" You want me to answer that?
I don't care. You can, I can. We both can.
We'll both answer it. Pay lakes, 95% of the time, we fish a lot of tournaments. So when we're tournament fishing, like Phil said, you want to throw what the fish are hitting. You want to make some oats and try to wait on a pig and maybe catch a couple fish if they're just starting to hit oats. But 9 times out of 10, we're going to throw chow because we know that's what the fish want. That's what they're fed all the time. And then in the wild, I always throw oats and corn.
Right.
Like always try to throw some like vanilla butternut, or some pure butternut if depending on how close you are to your flavor sponsor or whatnot. You know what I mean? I love getting pure flavors.
My opinion, I feel like it's smaller pieces of bait in the pay lakes and bigger baits in the wild, I feel like.
Are you talking like pickup wise?
Pickup wise, yeah. When I say that, it's because
Are you going off the experience of the 5 fish that you caught this weekend?
Shut my bitch. Hold me back. Phil, hold me back, man. What the hell?
I knew that was he's the expert now.
Yeah, he does.
So I guess you caught him on big boilies.
I did. That's what
I knew that. See how easy
No,
that was?
did you really?
No, I
did.
Did
I know
you
he
hit
did.
him off of boiling?
No, actually, it was
Bottom feeder baits, wasn't it?
carp cocaine and my corn, my flavored corn.
Oh,
Flavor
okay.
corn.
Sorry.
Was you hair rigs and stuff, or was you
And
just?
and also it was a pink pop up. Those little.
There you go.
No, a yellow artificial boilie.
So where did pink come from?
Because I like pink and I just thought that's
So
what
of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carp like pink.
Pink.
Nah, they
That's a
do.
good
I
attractive
love using.
I can't seem to
the
find those.
chartreuse pink, like the real bright neon pink.
That's another good thing about Concord Jam. It's a real
It's,
bright
yeah,
pink.
it's
a
that
good
real
pickup.
bright pink. I've caught a lot of buffs off of
I
that.
have, yep. That's a good. I caught that buff a couple weeks ago on Highway.
Yeah.
On dipping a puff in Concord Jam.
14.
I caught a lot of good buffs on
Thanks.
Concord Jam.
Preferred
Jim
line
Weather.
weight. Jim said
For
preferred.
me, it's 15 pounds. But back to the guy, Braxton.
Yep.
The different on my take on that is, to be honest, you can throw the same bait in pay lake or wild water and catch fish. There really ain't a whole lot of difference. But like somebody asked earlier about using chow in wild water, and I'd say it's probably a waste of time. I won't say that you won't catch any, but you're gonna have better luck
You might catch something, but
chunking a bunch of oats or an old dough ball or something like that. I've caught a lot of fish in the river on dough ball.
yeah,
A lot. We used to go down there and have a lot of fun throwing
because they're looking for stuff like that, something that don't look normal. It looks more natural. It's rolling around on the bottom.
carp. I always say carp is a scavenger fish. When they find it, especially in the wild, they're gonna eat it. I don't care.
Exactly.
They're bottom feeders. If they find it, they're gonna eat. If they're hungry, they're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna say, "Oh, that's chow. I don't want that.
No, not today.
I don't go looking for oats or something like that."
Where's
That's not how it
Where's the
works.
caviar?
Yeah.
Where's the Big Mac? Yeah. Gotcha.
So this is for James.
No.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you you say you did talk to the guy about the tournament?
Yeah, John. Yeah, I talked. Matter of fact, we had we told him that one date wouldn't work out. He's going back to the community and talk to them.
See what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got something kind of special
Yeah, it's
coming up, man. We really ain't said a whole bunch about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Phil don't even know about it.
Right.
We're definitely going to get a couple guys from the team involved. We've been asked to come up with, 6 teams.
Yeah. 6 teams.
They preferably wanted the whole team fish fires to do it, but I don't, with the way everybody's work schedule is and stuff like that, we're not going to be able to probably get our whole team. So I think we're going to get a couple team members.
Yeah.
And make a couple teams out of that, and then we're gonna pull some paylakers in.
Right. Respectful for.
Yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be something that it's a little bit.
Should I tell them? What exactly?
We can tell them.
Yeah, okay. All right. This is what's going on. Now, Team Fish Fires is all about carp care. And we understand. And that's what we like. There's a certain lake, I'm not going to name the lake, I'm not going to name the person that came to us about this, but it was another angler that was asking us, hey,
This might be something that you guys may be interested in.
So, the carp's overpopulated at this one certain lake. And
we don't even know James may know because we don't really know the name of the lake, and I don't think we're going to be able to disclose the location of this lake either.
We can't. We are going to do a video of it. But what's happening is that I guess this lake's got so much carp that it's overpopulating. They asked the DNR to, hey, can we transport the carp to a different lake? DNR says no, absolutely not. They're talking about poisoning the lake, but if they do that, they'll kill the other fish.
Or shock the lake.
So, but still, so they came up with a plan. The carp that we catch is that it would basically be processed and all that and taken to Wheeler Mission to feed the hungry.
So we're gonna, we're gonna.
Yeah, basically we're going to
kind of show from start to finish.
Yeah.
Because we're all about
carp care and
being respectful and not killing the carp, and we're always talking about bow fishermen and what they should do with their kill if they're killing it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to be able to set.
And we're not going to do. I'm not shooting for trophy size carp. Just basically under. But it's basically this whole thing is going. And the Wheeler Mission said yes, we'll take the carp to eat.
Yeah. So we're going to show you guys.
Yeah. It's actually going to Wheeler Mission.
And hopefully we can start getting people to do stuff.
Tell us your guys' thought. I'd like to hear what you guys think. I mean, do you guys think it's a bad thing, or do you guys think it's a good thing? I mean,
so we're going to show you guys from start to finish.
Yeah.
We're going to show you guys, obviously, and these people are putting up a little bit of prize money.
Yeah.
For us to come and host this tournament with these 6 teams.
And tell you the truth, it's not really the prize money.
Yeah, it's not even about the money. It's about
again,
instead of them killing the fish and poisoning the water or shocking the water and just throwing the fish away.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch these fish. From what they're telling us, they're all teenagers.
Yeah.
They're all teenage fish in the 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pounds. So whatever fish that we catch, there's going to be a chef right there on site, or some whoever's going to be doing the fillet. They're going to fillet these carp, and they're actually going to once we catch them, they fillet them. We're also going to continue the video on after that of us
delivering. I'm not going to show them get them
filleted. We're not going to show the fish being filleted or not and all whatnot, but we are going to show you the end product. We are going to show you a video of us going to the Wheeler Mission and giving them this fish that they're going to feed to the homeless people. People that obviously don't have food and stuff like that.
I got a question.
Yeah, go on, sir.
The DNR won't let you take the fish out and put them in this lake?
No.
If you don't charge somebody to fish for them?
Right.
Because I know there's a law, you can't put them in a pay lake and charge somebody to fish for them.
I think this lake is actually,
It's owned by I want to say like a private community.
but it's
kinda
not on
like what
private
it is.
property.
Yeah,
So.
but it's somewhere up north.
DNR, they don't like transferring fish like that.
Because of,
So what if you buy a commercial fishing license? Can you catch them fish and transport them to your?
I haven't,
I believe you might be able to.
I don't know. I don't know how that
Might
works.
ask.
I mean, we might. I mean,
Not that what you're doing ain't a good idea to
Right.
feed the hungry.
well, I mean, you know, they
people.
came to us with the whole, you know, with the whole idea, you know.
I'm not
it's-
trying to be negative.
No, no.
I'm for sure, but.
I mean, it's, you know, it's going to be for a good cause. You know,
I got mixed feelings about it.
I got mixed feelings about it too, but at the end of the day, I'm sitting here, you know, I'd rather catch that fish and see it being used for a good purpose with meat wise,
Yeah.
instead of it just being thrown in a dumpster, you know what I mean?
Fertilizing.
You know, regardless of what people want to believe, like, if you go to Texas right now and you want to say you want to go catch a big alligator gar, you want to catch the biggest alligator gar you've ever seen in your life, when you go to Texas and you go out there on the boat with the guy, you're not just going straight to catch a gar. You're going over here to catch these carp because they're using them for bait. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're doing what we do because of our passion for carp fishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody wants to see a carp, you know, die or whatnot. But if I'm going to see a carp die, I want to see it go for a good cause.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of homeless people that show up to the homeless shelter every day.
Yeah.
Because if you don't come at 5 o'clock, and if you're not there at 4 o'clock, you probably won't even get in to get a meal.
They also want to talk about making a 2-day thing, not
Yeah.
overnight, but 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you guys in the loop on that. I mean, hopefully once we do it, you know, I mean, hopefully it won't hurt, I guess, our Team Fish Rider reputation. Like I said, we're not going to show the carp getting.
A lot of people I've talked to,
stuff.
they said, you know, and I asked my question, I was like, I said, man, we're in a situation, you know, we got the opportunity to do something, but, and at first they were like, no, man, that's not good. But when I say it's feeding the homeless, like, okay, you know, that's not a bad idea. You know, I don't know.
Well,
If they're gonna get rid of them anyway.
Yeah.
then
Yeah, and that's the way I look at it. You know, if we don't step in and actually catch them,
Yeah.
for them to be able to fillet and then take to the homeless shelter, they're going to do something way worse with them. And I'd rather see something like that being done with them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But enough of that. You guys can give us some feedback on that, man. We have a couple more questions here for Phil. I've been seeing. Let's see. Zach Meyer said, "What's your best size hooks, Phil?"
We talked about that earlier. I use number 2s, number 1s, and 1/0 from Owner SSW straight eye. That's the exact hooks I use. Owner SSW straight eyes. The 2s are the smaller, 1s are medium, and 1/0 if I'm like using puffs or something.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta watch when you're putting a puff on a hook. Some of them smaller hooks, it'll crack the puff every time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
true. I just
yeah, it
think-
cracks the puff.
I don't know who this woman is. Her name is Virginia Lucas. She said, "You guys need a girl on Team Fish
She
Fighters."
said you need girls on Team
Oh,
Fish.
girls.
So you don't want to be in their chat page.
Yeah, you know. That's and that's being honest though. That's one of the, I think that's one of the main, which is it's not cool, but you know I think if we do put a woman in there, she's a woman. You know, she's heard or seen it all too.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we
Something
can
like that.
maybe Virginia can be the first woman to Team Fish Fighters. You never know. We might have to have Phil talk
Kick
to her.
Phil out and put Virginia.
No, we wouldn't do that. But if we let her in, we're gonna see who the real fisherman is, huh?
We already know.
Yeah, we already know. We don't know where it's at, Virginia. We'll
What the?
the place.
It's supposed to be like top secret. When we do the video shoot, we're not even supposed to say the name of the place.
Buff tail is delicious fried. Maybe James can have some with his night crawler.
Yeah, some
Buff tail
bufftail.
night crawler.
Eric Ashley Miller says, Phil, he said, do you like to throw hot pickups or non-hot pickups?
Yes.
Yes, he said. Yes, what? Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
I use both. Yeah.
He
Sometimes yes, sometimes it depends. Sometimes stinky pickups, sometimes sour pickups.
yeah. You just gotta,
You gotta come prepared.
you gotta have a little bit of everything, man.
Yep.
Cause you don't know what they may be hitting something one day
Hot,
and then.
sweet,
Yep.
sour,
Sour,
stinky.
spicy.
Yeah, yep.
A lot of spices out there that people are using and stuff too.
That's what I always tell people.
Yep.
Come with them 4.
Oh, we're way past 8:17. No wonder why you just letting us talk, James. No wonder why you.
Are we way?
That's why. That's why he was like.
We got another question for Phil.
Does anybody have any more questions for Phil? Hit that like button if you guys just want to see James eat this worm, man.
Oh my God.
Where's the like button at?
Well, they can see it because we're live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're, the people that are watching this, they should be hitting that. Look, they hit that like
The
button.
little balloon.
Yeah, hit that like button.
Boys
It's
going
got-
crazy. Oh man, look at all that.
This is not the first time we've seen James playing
Hold on,
with his
man.
food.
Yeah, dude.
He's over.
I'm not sitting right here while you eat the worm. I just ate.
Stop. He's over here playing. Look, he's over here trying to clean the dirt off of it.
I'm moving my teeth from cold brew.
Okay, the worm. That's what I did.
Hang on, man. Hang on.
You got the other camera too, man.
Yeah, I
Well,
know, man.
delete the camera over there. No, I'll come to it. How's that?
Okay.
How's
Yeah,
that?
do that.
Oh.
Your seat's warm. Thanks for
And we
warming
gave you
it
the
up.
hard one, didn't we?
That's right.
Oh my God.
How long is it gonna take you to muster up the nerve for that?
Oh,
Man, what I want to know, because now, and I'm sure everybody else wants to know, because listen, if you swallow that worm and it's alive, it's just going to crawl around in your stomach. So you have to chew this worm up in order for it to die.
What's
And,
the worm thing about again?
We said if we got so many subscribers, he would do it. And that was a long time ago, and then we forgot all about it. So last week, we
You
said...
want to rinse it off first, or are you good with all the mud on it?
I'm good. I'm good.
What the heck? It's a night crawler.
It's a night crawler.
It's just a night crawler. I'm sure you
Let's see what the fish like about them so much. Will you be able to comment on that?
Rob sounds laughing. There he goes. All right.
Rob said, "Get him a bucket."
I was like-
The only buckets in here are my.
Now, are you gonna? What are you gonna do? Look, he's pooping.
Oh.
You see him? He's pooping.
Yeah,
You
you'll
see him?
have that.
Yeah.
Look, he's like, yeah.
They don't wipe that off. That's part of the deal. Jack in another worker.
Alright, man.
I better get more subscribers on this show, please. Okay, for the people that has to subscribe, please.
He's growing by the second.
Oh my God.
He's getting bigger, James. Now, hold on. Now,
I didn't say likes. I said go to our
Quit
YouTube
playing with it.
are you
channel.
gonna answer the question? Are you gonna swallow it whole and let it crawl around in your stomach, or are you gonna chew it up? Because if you don't, it's gonna crawl around. You're gonna be laying there in bed, and you're gonna think
Hey, wait a minute,
kids
wait a
rubbing
minute.
your stomach.
He has to stay right there on camera too.
Yeah, you gotta keep.
You can't-
Yeah.
Oh, like say,
You
hey,
can't run, get up and
I'll be
run
like talking to my
another
wife. Hey, I got worms.
James has got worms. All right, so here we go, man. 3.
What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do? Do you want worms crawling around in your belly, or what do you want to do? Because me personally, if it was me and I had to do it, I'm chewing that motherfucker up because it's not about to crawl around.
I only got 13 people watching. If I'm doing this for 13 people, what the heck?
Oh, you're doing it for millions.
Yeah, you're doing it for millions of people around the world.
Taking one for the team.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world.
Don't try this at home. Should we say that first?
Yeah, do not try this at home.
All right.
So are you going to answer though? Are you going to chew it, or are you just going to swallow it?
What do they want me to do?
What do you guys want James to do? All 13 people.
Braxton said we want you to chew it up.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what we want.
Thanks,
So,
Braxton. Okay. All right. I mean, worms do it.
He
right?
said, hang
I
on,
mean,
let me share it.
He said,
Birds
"Hang
do
on,
it."
let me share it. They said chew it.
chew it. Okay, thanks, guys.
Jim said maggot next.
I'm very
Chew
careful.
it up, brother.
They all said
Just
chew it. That's pretty
just tag
unanimous.
some people. They said chew it up.
Shane said
Chew
chew
it
it up.
Chew it up. Look, there it is. There it is.
Yummy.
Look, he's still got half the worm hanging out of his mouth.
You gotta eat the whole thing. Like a piece of spaghetti.
He just did, bro. He's trying to come out.
Another one?
Oh,
You want another one?
is it supposed to be crunchy?
Hey, yeah, you got something on your teeth.
Here, Jim. James.
You want another one?
No! Heck wrong with you guys?
Now, hey, open your show them the hey, yeah. Look at that. Ugh. And by the way, everybody that's watching, hey, he chewed that damn thing.
Yeah.
He chewed it.
All right, that's the love I got for you guys. All right,
Yeah, he did that for the fans.
I did that for the subscribers. So
Salmonella. Jim Widow said salmonella.
Salmonella
And
parasites. Hey, baby worms.
TFF strong, baby.
What would you do for your team?
Don't send nothing to, what's that? Them boxes where they do, what is it? Cologuard.
Is it supposed to be moving in my
Like that
stomach?
for a minute.
Huh?
Is it supposed to be moving in my
Oh,
stomach?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's why
Definitely.
fish like them so much. They wiggle around.
Denver Collins.
Yeah, you got hearts now. Look at that, man.
He said I just puked in my
No,
mouth.
I thought it was hilarious. Bubba, you don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, he just ate that word, man.
Yeah.
He chewed it up too.
That's what I do. I do that for you.
Denver said I just puked. It still probably wasn't as bad as that night crawler, Denver.
Yeah.
We got more here though if you're hungry.
I will make another little video, small video, just for that. That me eating the worm.
Really?
Yeah, he can edit. Yeah, he'll edit it
And all that
out
stuff, you know.
and then make his own little special video.
You know. So.
Put that on your Facebook page.
James got a wiggle. with
Another
his
proud
finger.
moment. This weekend he got 5 carp at
Yep.
the lake and
Now he's eating
now he
worms.
just ate a worm. What's next?
Please go to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, man, don't forget to subscribe.
Share it, please.
Come on.
Hit that share button, hit that
So-
bell button, hit that
James
notification.
got a wiggle in his
Yeah.
wiggle.
So when we hit 3,000, name someone
Oh
else.
man.
You know,
What are you going for next, a minnow?
Nope.
Hold on. How
Goldfish
about,
head.
No,
Goldfish head.
I was thinking more like a,
what?
I don't know, people eat them all the time. That probably ain't
Goldfish.
that bad.
I'd say eat a goldfish, like buy out the goldfish.
How about some suggestions on what
Yeah, give us some
James should
suggestions.
eat at 3,000?
At 3,000
Since I got
subscribers.
maggots, I'm rinsing those things off.
Huh? What do you guys that are watching, what do you guys think James should eat next if we hit 3,000 subscribers? And we're at like 2,500 or 25, we're somewhere in there, 2,500 subscribers or something like that.
2,550.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with.
Zach Myers said crab pickups.
Crabs. Oh my
That's
God.
too easy.
Grub worms
Jesus,
are good.
cricket. No, that's too easy.
Yeah, we need something that's
Yeah,
just,
you gotta get 400 and some people in here. They're gonna want to get their money's worth.
Yeah.
Hold on, I said money. The people will be.
Hey, what about barnyard kicks?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Barnyard, I never heard that.
Huh?
No, cow pie. Actually,
Yeah.
you want cow pie.
Oh no. What's wrong with you people?
Dude.
Hey,
No,
what,
you probably couldn't eat a cow pie kick. I don't think.
Greg
you
Deal
could.
said a leech. Hey, what if we take some chubs and leave them outside in the bucket for 2 days?
Dude, come on. That's sort of
We
the
wouldn't-
lines I was thinking about.
I mean, it's got to be something raw. you know what I mean?
Nothing's
Like, we'll be-
How about a raw bluegill or something, little tiny bluegill? or
Yeah.
something? That's nasty.
Or,
That's been in the bucket for a
Pond snail meat.
stale.
How you feeling now?
I'm alright.
Wiggly.
Billy?
I'm okay.
Stop, it tickles heat.
Watch here a little bit. He's around the corner eating more night. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Sure,
A
bro.
shot of
He'll tell you, go get me some night crawlers.
Jenny just said, she said a shot of cow
You
pie.
couldn't do, there's no, you would puke instantly.
Cow pie. Is this?
Yeah,
That's
like
that's
it's
a one-on flavor. You'd puke instantly.
Rob's
I would
house and
bet
his
mine-
sour bean meal.
I said, nah, that ain't that bad. I'd bet money you couldn't take a shot of it.
Really, does that stink?
It's like
No, I shouldn't say you couldn't take a shot of it. I bet money you couldn't hold it down. You'd probably.
How long?
You'd
How long
probably
do you
empty
think?
it out. Oh, it won't take but a fraction of a second. It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Disgusting.
Oh,
I'm
I
a bucket
can
rat.
imagine. Jim said not for human. James is not human.
It does
Hello.
say.
He just ate a worm.
I think these one-on bottles right here do say not for human consumption.
Yeah.
Fish bait only. Don't be making your brownies and stuff with these things, or cookies or whatever. That's what Ray used to tell me.
I could do a goldfish.
Nah, that's too easy.
Oh, yeah?
Dude. A lot of people's done goldfish.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to think outside the
Yeah,
box.
I ain't gonna get 400 and some subscribers.
Yeah, we got to think about something that's going to get there. It's hard telling.
Yeah. What suggestions? They got suggestions?
One of those boilies I make, no fishy stuff in it at all, organic, but they're
Also, give me a
won't
sponsor
make-
off of this too.
It won't make you sick.
I'll take a sponsor off of it.
If you get a sponsor, you'll go ahead and jump into the next one before the
No,
3,000?
I gotta hit 3,000 first.
and
And sponsor for
What?
it. No, when I say
What do you mean sponsor?
like sponsor me taking it, that's it. Just eating the whatever they suggest.
So what they so
sponsor
somebody
They're paying for it.
yeah,
For
so
X
whatever
amount
it
of
is.
dollars.
Yeah. Like this one here was a
Somebody
gas.
can pledge something.
Like this was
Why don't
a
you
gas
have
station
people
special.
Pledge something.
Yeah.
Just like kids, or when people do fundraisers and they, however many miles,
Mm-hmm.
they pledge something for it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
We're done, right? This is it.
This is it.
Timber
Oh,
calls
bugger.
said a booger.
Somebody else.
See you, booger.
Nah.
That's been people been doing that for years.
He's been
All right,
over there
that was my lunchtime.
picking them up off the floor already.
That
Yeah.
was lunchtime.
That's dessert.
Well,
Any more questions about fishing before I go?
blue cheese and grubs.
Blue cheese.
3,000 subscribers, and James has to take one of my 12-ounce leads to the growing.
Oh my God, what the heck?
That looks like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You guys asked me all these.
Yeah, we answered all those questions.
You got any questions for us, Phil?
Yeah. No,
Anything
I
off the
think
top
I
of
did
your head?
earlier, but I forgot already.
yeah.
I didn't write my shit down.
Fine.
Got a good memory then.
Yeah.
How old are you, Phil?
54.
Okay. So, what is this? What year is this? Okay.
67.
I'll be 52 this year.
Still eating worms.
Yeah, still eating worms.
See
I
you
did eat,
Sunday, Jim.
We'll see you, Jim. We'll be there.
So-
3,000
Hey.
subscribers, and James has to take one of my 12-ounce leads to the growing.
Is that Rob?
By a slingshot.
What's wrong with you, Rob?
That hurt.
He's getting all violent.
12 ounces?
You guys are getting violent now, okay?
12 ounces, that
To the
would hurt.
I'm just talking about 3,000 subscribers, that's all. But yeah, leave a comment. You know, I guess I'm about done with the show, you know.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Yes, our,
We
Subscribe to the Team Fish Fighters YouTube channel and watch out for my videos.
Exactly.
I got,
2 videos.
we did a video of Purina Aquamax 200 earlier, and then we did a video of my grit ball that I came up with, one of my own bait recipes with a grit ball.
Yep. I'll definitely be using that
They'll-
too.
So,
They're both good. Don't be afraid, like I said, turn them up a little bit, make them your own.
our next guest is Monday. We're going to actually have a podcast Monday, and Wednesday. Podcast is on Monday. It's going to be Christine. Yep.
Christine Simpson.
It's Christine Simpson.
Yep.
She's sponsored by K1 Baits. She does a lot of wild water carping.
A lot.
She also was on the USA Carp Squad team for like Carp Olympics.
Yeah, she's fished some big major tournaments.
Yep. So
She's fished in New York, Wallensville. I think that her and Justin Keaton actually won it one year. And placed a couple other years too. Rob Stout fishes with her also.
Yeah.
Rob Stout's Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
He's also the owner of Get the Layouts. He's the point system for the Midwest Carp
Yeah,
Masters.
she keeps track of that.
And he's also sponsored by One On Baits.
And he's also a board member of the Midwest Carp
Yeah,
Masters.
board
If
member.
you think of something else that
Yeah.
you forgot tonight,
Yeah, ask him.
Feel free to reach out.
yeah, Rob, yeah, you can,
So, and
anybody, if you wanna message me or whatever, any questions
right.
about either Midwest Carp Masters or
Flavors, anything. I mean,
Anything.
really,
flavors, bait questions,
Batteries
advice,
are
I'll do
down
my
on
best.
I think a
Oh,
lot
the
of
battery's dying on what?
It's getting ready.
I think a lot of people has
On the
Yeah,
camcorder?
like, or I think a lot of
We
people
gotta finish the,
yeah, I got more
He
batteries.
got enough more batteries.
But we might.
But I think a lot of
we
people
might
are
lose the ending on this one.
like nervous or
See?
scared to even come up and.
it's just being competitive.
How about the hardware?
I like the hardware too. but
That's my thing
Yeah.
because I can go buy lottery tickets with that money and it's
Oh,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
But that trophy's
Remember,
gonna,
Money
you know what I
comes
mean?
and goes.
That trophy's gonna be there. That was my goal. Like when I went and fished New York that first year with me, Steven Israel, and Justin Keaton. Rest in peace, Steve. We was winning that tournament, the whole tournament, and
Yeah,
I was, I'm thinking that we had it. If we didn't win, I'm thinking we at least placed.
yeah.
And we didn't, and we kind of got our heart broke, feelings hurt. You know what I mean? So
That's
when
the
I went
name of
back
the
the
game.
next year, my goal was to come home with some type of trophy, no matter what it was. You know what I mean? And we are you all right, James? You got something
it's
crawling
like-
up your deck?
Something chewy. So,
Oh, that slime.
it's like in the back of it.
Did
Yeah.
you wash it down with something?
I've been drinking coffee.
Coffee and worms.
Crawler coffee. Coffee and crawler.
Coffee and crawler. But Phil, man, we appreciate you stopping
Yeah.
by.
Yep.
We appreciate you putting out the new videos that we're going to be putting out for the people that see you fish a lot. They they know you're consistent when it comes to hitting big fish or just hitting fish. Period. So hopefully the people that is going to be watching this or even curious to how you make your chow or whatnot, hopefully they'll tune into that video and
Thanks for having me on.
I mean, we appreciate you stopping by, Phil. We really do. Hopefully, he gets to help somebody out there that's just now getting into the game and want to
3,000.
3,000 subscribers. James
Smart.
will
Next mark.
Next mark.
keep setting them goals, man.
Yeah.
We need to come up with some type of giveaway or
I
something.
don't know why, but I feel like I just made my mom proud.
Now, if you ate 15, maybe.
But okay,
Alright.
always support your local bait shops. If it's,
Always.
And your ponds.
Yep,
And your ponds.
and your local ponds too, because they sell stuff in there too.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
Always practice carp care.
Good carp care, landing
Good
nets,
sportsmanship.
Yep, good sportsmanship.
The best thing for the carp
I
care,
like that.
in
Good
my
sportsmanship.
opinion, yeah, good sportsmanship go a long way.
Yeah.
But when it comes to carp care, I really think the best thing for carp care,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the landing mats work.
It does.
But, to keep your fish calm while you're tournament fishing,
Cradle.
from what I've learned, the cradles. The cradles are really, really the way to go.
Yeah.
Because you're setting your net in there, And then the fish is in there, and the fish is not on rocks and everything, so it's the fish it feels different to the fish because they're not on the ground. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. You know,
if I don't have a cradle, I usually try to get it up to the grass or something.
Yeah, grass is always, you know, as long as it's not the sand or the the dirt or the rocks and stuff like that.
It takes their slime off the side, and that's rough on.
It is. I mean, it.
Sometimes you can't help, like if you're on the beach on 4.
Yep, you can't help it.
If you can't help, not everybody has a cradle, but.
Yeah. But eventually, you know, everybody eventually get there. But if people, you know, like I said, we hand out landing mats, try to give them out all the time.
Yeah, I think we have 11 left.
We had over 100 landing mats, and we're only down to 11. But for your online carp needs,
Big Carp and Tackle.
Yep, they've moored them over there, man. They got a big selection.
Great selection.
Shipped straight to your door.
That's true.
And last but not least,
Yeah.
always make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Please share this video.
We're shooting for 3,000 now.
If we get 3,000 subscribers, whether it's next week or next month, as soon as we hit that 3,000 mark, we're going to come up with something that's going to be. We're going to come up with something. We'll figure it out.
And Tommy will probably do it for you.
You know what? You never know. I might.
Yeah.
No, shit.
I might.
Easy.
I might record James doing it. I'm not.
There you go. Way to bail out on that one.
Yeah. But hey, we appreciate you guys. Phil Lucas, we appreciate you stopping by, brother, teammate. You know what I mean? Appreciate you doing the videos. Shout out to R&W, Joe Lutz, my sponsor.
Mindy Lutz.
Yeah.
One on Bates.
Shout out to
Mindy, great people down there.
Yep. Shout out to our team sponsor, Carp King Flavors. Appreciate you, Tyler, and stepping up to the plate and having faith in what we do as a team. For you to sponsor. To
We're
step
looking
up.
for more sponsors too.
One even sponsor. Shout out to Bottom Feeder Baits, James Sanders. Don't forget about your carp cocaine. But we appreciate you guys, and we're going to sign off. We're out of here.
Later, guys. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.